Welcome to Puritan Capsule. On this channel, you are going to get life transforming content that will help build your spiritual life. If you are new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like and comment on this video. Thank you and God bless you.
There are three forces that men contend with. The first force you contend with in life are called mountains. The second force you contend with in life are called the winds and the waves. And the third forces you contend with in life are spirits themselves. A mountain comes to stop you from making progress. And the reason is because life itself is a story. The physical body you have is an encasement that allows you access into a reality that is flowing from eternal past into eternal future. You are a dot in reality. And so what mountains come to do is to prevent that migration of the spirit, that transition that God has created for you to experience. And so when you find men that are stagnant in life, it's not because they were not created for great things. It's actually because there are forces in the spirit that are called mountains. And until you are able to uproot them, you can't make progress in life, no matter how educated you are. Men don't go forward because they are smart. Men go forward because they are able to remove mountains from their paths. There are many smart men today that are stranded because mountains impede them from going forward. And so the first force that you must contend with in order to enjoy a transition are the mountains that hinder men from making progress. You don't add another year in the spirit because 365 days is completed. You actually add another year in the spirit when you transit from one level to another. The birthday of a spiritual man is not captured in the chronological migration. The birthday of a spiritual man is captured in the transitions he's able to make in the spirit. Because if a man must make a transition, a mountain must be removed. The second force you must overcome in life are the winds and the waves. The winds and the waves don't function like mountains. Whereas mountains stop you from making progress, the winds and the waves come after you have made very good progress, because the idea is to uproot what you have planted. Why mountains stop you from moving, the winds and the wave come to destroy your foundation. And the Bible said, if the foundation be destroyed, what shall the righteous do? And Jesus said, when you build, ensure to build on the rock. He said, because a time will come when the winds and the waves will come boisterously to hit against what you have built. And so that you are making progress today is not eternal assurance. Eternal assurance is only achieved when your foundation is a rock that cannot be moved. And so if you are not built on the rock, you can be uprooted even after many years of progress. The third thing that you must deal with are the spirits that manipulate the affairs of men. The Bible said the devil cometh not but for to kill, to steal, and to destroy. He said, but I am come that you might have life and life to the full. Now, these three forces I have outlined, there is no wisdom you can have or study from anywhere in the world that will give you the ability to deal with them, because they are invincible forces. You may be a graduate of Harvard, you may be connected to a president, and you may be working in the best institution in the world. When a spiritual mountain comes, it will frustrate everything you do. And it will come to a point where you will wonder why things are not working. Because all the integers around you will suggest that you should be the best in what you are doing. You can make progress for 30 years, and all of a sudden, like the story of Job, a wind can come and shatter the foundation and things go down. So the forces we deal with are not primarily physical. The forces we deal with are primarily spiritual. So when he said, by my spirit, he is trying to reveal to you that as a mortal man, you are contending with things that are spiritual and eternal. So if all your advantage is in the flesh, you are defeated before you started. By my spirit is a humbling statement that you are intelligent, but put your intelligence aside when you want to discuss matters of destiny. By my spirit is a suggestion to you that all the advantages you have in the flesh, when a spirit is involved, it becomes a disadvantage. It's only in the context of a spirit that your strength can become weakness. It's only in the context of spiritual realities that your wisdom can become weakness. Except the Holy Spirit is granted the right of way, there can be no progress in any man's life. Anything happening to him can become a mirage when the Spirit takes over. I heard a story of a family doing very well, excelling in every aspect, until they were traveling to the village for a ceremony. And then a witch was sent on IT. First son, 30 years. Second, 28 years. All of them graduates. And a witch, a small witch, 18-year-old girl, went for IT. And unfortunately, her IT session that day was with the family car. And so while she was passing, they were teaching her how to cast spells. And the spell she cast was to cause the car to somersault. Now, this is a professor of neurosurgery. But even though he has studied everything about the brain, when a witch was involved, human intelligence became futile. So when the Bible begins to admonish us that it has to be by the Spirit, it's a testimony you cannot extract from a university. For you to make eternal progress in life, it must be by the Spirit. The reason is because the foundation of reality is in the Spirit. God does not work except as His Spirit goes to work. And so every time a man must sustain or build insurance in the Spirit or in life, he must lay hold on the Spirit. The foundation of reality is the Word and the Spirit. If the Spirit is not at work, everything you call progress is a failure. The problem is that you are in time, so you have not calculated the totality of reality. When you come into time, reality is fragmented. Because in the Spirit, what you call yesterday is now. And what you call tomorrow is also now. But because you are in time, you are forced to split your reality into a chronological sequence. And so you are here. You don't know that the beings you are dealing with are already in tomorrow. And they are also in yesterday. So you may make the mistake of judging your life by where you are standing momentarily. If you don't enter the Spirit, you cannot make progress. Because your tomorrow is also now. And the problem is that they are standing in tomorrow in reality. But you tomorrow have not come. So you are judging your today as your advantage. Whereas, if your tomorrow is not included, today was a failure. It only took time, only blinded you. And so before we make progress in life, we must come back to understand what the Spirit is about. Because the Spirit is the foundation of reality. In dealing with reality, as touching the Spirit, there are two laws that govern its operation. I'm a forerunner. It's tomorrow I will teach. I'm just trying to stir the waters. There are two realities that govern eternal progress as far as destiny is concerned.